breaking my heart into a million pieces like you always
That means we're on.
That means, hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Roy and Jimmy Thing. Happy Tuesday night to everyone out there listening on chaoticradio.com or the TuneIn app. One or the other.
Yes, the Roy and Jimmy Thing Tuesday nights. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. No, I had to clear my throat. Man, I was looking for a cough button. Choke on everybody. What's going on, Jimmy?
Not too much, big man. What are you up to?
Oh, just doing that thing we do.
That's right.
That's
right. Before we get going, I want to thank Bill Kinnison for coming in last week. That was awesome. Just awesome.
Yeah, it was a
good history lesson on all things comedy.
I've been talking and thinking about that all night. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And, got some very insightful information.
Yes, we did.
And got some backstage type stuff with, like, everybody.
Backstories, what not to do, what to do. Good history lesson. It was great. Just awesome. Thanks again, Bill.
Yeah, I like how candid he was just about stuff. He wasn't here to bullshit. He was just here to tell us what was going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here we are worried about what to talk about.
I listened to that story up to Vegas.
Did you?
Yeah, I downloaded it and we listened. Don and I listened to it on the way up this weekend.
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to it on the way back.
It's that good.
Yeah, it was really good. So thanks, Bill. And if you didn't get to go see, I mean, I was out of town. I didn't go to, but that was closing weekend for Mary Poppins. I wish I could have went.
Looks like it was another sold out.
All weekend. Right 5 shows. Yeah, nice stuff, man.
Yeah, so go to the grovetheater.com and check out their schedule and for upcoming events and stuff. I do know that July 2nd, they're going to have Wendy Liebman in town for a show, and but many more plays and rock bands, tribute bands. Definitely check them out.
Yes. So we'll put that. Bill, thank you.
And thank you again.
Yeah, we're thanking them. I'm done now. So what's going on since last week?
Well, let's see here. You were in Vegas.
Yes, I was in Vegas.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I did the Vegas thing, man. Got up there Friday night about 1 a.m., got checked in the room and went to sleep.
You were up there for, and you were up there for what?
Bowling.
That's right. Was that a chaotic bowling?
Yeah, it was the chaotic the chaotic team. Friday night bowling team went up there and bowled first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Saturday, 8 a.m., bowled like shit. So that was good. Yeah, I bowled awful.
Awful.
Yeah, real bad.
Just terrible.
Yeah, but Dad bowled up there Saturday at 4.
Oh, nice. How'd he do?
Dude, Dad kicked ass.
He does. That's his shit.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to quit. I'm going to do it. He got up there and whooped ass. He made probably, I don't know, $350, $400.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Dad was rolling deep, so he bought dinner.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we're in. Dad bought some dinner. A little cafe there at the Orleans. That was all right.
Awesome.
And then we wanted to go out and go downtown because we were at the plaza right there at downtown.
Right.
And we're going to go, check out the downtown experience and
Fremont Street.
So sure as shit, when we got back to the hotel, we were ready to go to sleep. So we went to sleep. I missed Trucker Matt. Trucker Diana made a post.
That's right. They were both up there.
Yeah, they made a post when we did something. They're like, man, you should hit us up and see what kind of trouble. We didn't catch it till later, and we tried to, because I would have went and hung out with them for a little while.
Right.
And missed them. Bummed out.
But then again, you were.
No, I would have done it because someone I know was like, hey, come here. And I would have, but they didn't respond, and we couldn't catch up, and that kind of sucks. So,
well, there you go.
Did our big gambling thing Sunday for about an hour.
Sure. Put a little food in your belly.
Yeah,
last few quarters in the machine.
Yeah, last few, and then drove home. So, like I said, we're going to go partied up like old people. Too tired, going to bed.
Nice.
Damn it. What'd you do, man?
I spent a lot of time at my mom and dad's house helping them out and just hanging out with them last week. And then enjoyed the rain and the quietness this last weekend. So, very uneventful.
Yeah, very, very uneventful.
That's
good sometimes. We used to look for things to look forward to. Like, oh my God, we did this. Now it's like, we lived.
Rest and naps are coming up more and more.
Damn.
Go all the way out of town just to get a really good nap.
Yeah, and I didn't even get that good a nap. I do know that it was kind of funny because I was thinking about it. So it was 10:30, and we were like in the hotel room probably sleeping. 10:30.
I think the last really good nap we had out of town was the Desert Hot Springs show we did. We crashed out a half hour before the show.
What is that?
That was the best nap ever.
It's like, what are you gonna do before the show, dude? You got a room. We're gonna take a nap.
We actually left the bar to go take a nap.
Yes, we left the bar.
So it's gonna be a long night there.
That they bought a drink for us at
Right.
and dinner. But I gotta take a nap because I gotta process the food I just ate.
That's it.
It's gonna wipe me out.
Oh, I tell you, it's already come. We're here.
It's official. But I saw my demise. Never mind. Off the air, I'll tell you what I did today.
Okay.
Because it was very eventful.
You had an eventful day.
Yes, very eventful. I was kind of a carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't even talk about it. I really want to.
Not only are you teasing me, but you're teasing our hundreds of listeners.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you at the break.
Okay.
And then we'll decide if I can bring up what happened today.
All right, we'll do a little vote. We'll see if it's worthy.
Oh, it's worthy. It's worthy.
Is it appropriate? I think is where you're going.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
It's appropriate or not. So
all right, fair enough.
So we came home. Nothing happened. You spent time with the family. Doing some gardening.
Yeah, gardening, landscaping, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the Desert Hot Springs Rotary thing broke ground on that garden.
They did a lot quicker than they anticipated, so they're super close.
Yeah, so that's cool. So DHS, how's it go? DHS. That's it. DHS Rotary. And Brianna and Ivan. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey guys, good job. Hey, you're listening right now, I bet. We gave you some damn time to build that garden. You better be listening. I'm a little bitter. I don't even know why. I am. I'm looking. We're gonna do a show again with them.
Yes, we are.
And that's what, December?
I think that's when it's scheduled. Yeah.
You need a cough button too. What's up? We're like, what's going on with us?
I know. As soon as the mic goes on, we both have our little throat problems.
I got something going on. Like I told our guest here that, man, I don't know. All of a sudden, I feel like hell. It's just like with the last half hour, 40 minutes, I'm like, whoa, I don't know. My legs are cramping up, and
he's bailing on us, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm here. I've only bailed once on this damn show.
And that you couldn't even. That was out of your control.
Yeah, I was not happy. And of course, I'm just going to say guest right now because you kind of pissed me off a little bit before we got in the air. I got to tell you. He's like, yeah, I'm going back and listening to all the podcasts. And the one I really liked was the one with Steve Cooper. That just happens to be the one I wasn't on. So I might leave that mic off all night. See him laughing in the background? I don't want to bring him. And I consider him a good friend of mine.
You know, and you ask him who's your favorite person on the show, and he said Blaine.
Yes. Yes, Blaine. So Blaine's my favorite person on the show. I really like the show that you weren't on. And, hey, can I come back? No. Absolutely not.
This is your curtain call, buddy.
I saw him I saw him riding our coattails in. Mom, look, I'm on iTunes now. No, Mom, look, it's gone. Go figure.
He doesn't need us anymore.
No, ride us right in there. No, I'm on iTunes. I get this. I don't even like Roy. I like Blaine better than Jimmy. And, hey, you got a seat for me? No, little bitter. That's a little rant right there. Maybe that's why I'm feeling bad. Maybe a little bit. I'm feeling a little hurt.
Well,
deep.
At least he was man enough to do that in front of your face.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, he said it and he realized after he said it, it slipped out. It's like, oh shit.
The look of horror.
The look of horror. The horror. Oh man, we've already got line one.
And we haven't even introduced him.
We haven't introduced him yet. You know what they're going to do? They're going to agree with us.
Let's have it.
Line one on there. Who do we got on the Roy and Jimmy thing?
Oh, look at all your sour grapes. You're mad because the best show and you weren't even there. Oh, poor you.
Who's this? Oh, you know what?
Hey, tell your guest Monday through Friday, 8 to 11. If he wants to come on a real show, come on my show anytime.
Hey, if he wants to come on a real show, if he wants to go slum in the mornings when people just get up and not awake.
He's already got a pencil writing that down. He's like, okay, 8 to 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know where to come.
You know where to come.
You'll have a solid 6 hours a day.
You know what he's doing? Hey, he's just going to ride your coattails into that shit. Go, oh, look, I'm on this thing now, too, and then wants nothing to do with you.
I'm totally okay with that.
He's good with it.
So you guys have a great show.
Yeah. Well, obviously we can't. I mean, we were just told we couldn't want to come to a real show.
Well,
I'm a little bitter. I'm going to be bitter all freaking night. I don't need that shit from the other room either. Just saying.
Hey, it's keeping you on your toes. Well, we should properly introduce him.
No, we're not. I'm telling you. I'm not telling shit. You want to get introduced? Monday through Friday, 8 to 11. Try that guy out. Shit. All right, we can go ahead. We're going to turn him on.
Well, this is my good buddy now.
Oh, no, now he's not my buddy?
I don't know. You're sounding a little bitter.
Jimmy, you say I'm good when I'm a little bitter.
You are.
I'm a little bitter.
Yeah. Well, this is our good friend, rescheduled from a couple weeks ago. He was in here before, but he came in like the last half of the show where he was just a little something. I gave him a call, said, "Listen, you're around, come on in." And so we owe him a full show, and he's just a great guy, funny comic, our buddy Ernie Avila.
Oh, I like that, dude. Nice pull.
From Rancho.
From Rancho Cucamonga. It's Big Ern.
What's up, man?
Hey.
We're friends now?
Oh,
Are we tight?
We're friends.
Are we
I
tight?
don't know.
No.
Go ahead, explain yourself. You got some explaining to do.
No, I said outside, the episode with Steve Cooper was very good.
Right. Who wasn't on that?
I didn't know you were on it till like half the show.
Oh. Well, actually, I was there in spirit in the beginning. Even the face was here.
That's right.
And Blaine was trying to pretend to be me. What do you mean? This is right. And he even tried to talk about Dawn.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh no, I got no." And it was like, and then the gig was up. So now, were you telling me that Blaine was a better me than I am?
I think I'm going to answer for Ernie here. I think what Ernie was going for is one of his favorite guests on the show.
Yeah, that's
Steve
what I
Cooper.
meant.
No, that's not what you said.
Wow.
Well, that wasn't recorded on iTunes, so.
Look at hear him backpedaling now. You heard right now. If you want to get on a real show, Monday, Friday, 8 to 11.
I'm usually up at that time. I'll
Usually
give it
up
a
at
shot.
that. Yeah, give it that shot.
I'll give it a
See
shot.
See right now.
Well, it's vacation week, so he can actually drop in.
I will.
What have you been up to, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Just did a show on Saturday in Thousand Palms, close to Desert Hot Springs, where you guys did.
Thousand Palms?
Turns out you had a little surprise hosting gig going on.
Yeah. So it's like before the show started, the lady that put it together comes and tells me, "Oh, you're gonna host." I'm just like, "Oh, I'm gonna host. The show's gonna start in about 10 minutes." Okay. I'm just like, "Oh, okay, I thought I was gonna go on last. We're in the middle. I didn't know." So to be thrown that, it was fun though. It was for the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, helping to feed the homeless and all kinds of good stuff out in the Coachella Valley.
Cool, nice.
Had a good time out there.
Yeah, that's good. I like when they spring that on you. That the last improv show that happened to me.
That happened to you, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're hosting. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
No, you know what though? It was cool though. I mean, I'd do it again. It's just a different vibe. It's a great vibe. But I like to know it's coming.
Yeah, too, because I'd like to go to each comic saying, "Hey, where are you from? What are your credits?"
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be like, he's performed all over. It's like, well, this is my first time. I don't want to be caught up with that.
Well, that's the standard go-to because the last couple shows I've hosted, I would do the same thing. Is there something you want me to pimp for you or anything like that? And then they answer me the way I realize I answer other hosts. Just say he plays all over. Just get my name right.
Yeah.
And it goes from there. So, but you really want to try and do a great intro for somebody.
Because I did a show and one comic came up to me. He goes, "Did you hear how the host introduced me?" I said, "No." He says, "I'm an improv regular." I said, "Are you?" And he goes, "No, I've never performed at the Improv." I said, "Just go with the flow."
I went up to somebody at one of the improvs and said, "And you've seen his stuff on Comedy Central?" I was like, "Who's coming?" I was like, "Me."
Exactly.
Yeah. No, you haven't. I don't think you've seen me on Comedy Central when my feet are up on the table and I'm like reading on. Haven't seen me there
on the YouTube. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
once in a while I'll get hosted, and apparently I've played the Laugh Factory a lot.
well, I know you've at least played it,
I did the open mic there maybe 5 years ago. So,
but you did it.
Well, you haven't. You've seen him at the Improv. Okay, true statement. You've seen him at John Lovett's. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Comedy Store, sure.
Okay.
You've seen him at the Laugh Factory. that certain Tuesday, sure, you saw me sitting on the curb waiting for 5 hours. Yeah, that would have been me.
But they could have seen you there.
They could have seen me there.
Now,
so,
they didn't see me there. I've never been there.
So it's a true fact. I was actually
Right.
at the Laugh Factory,
Right.
and I did do 3 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I've driven by.
Pretty place.
Same here.
Yeah. With the big colors.
Yeah.
But I've never. Jimmy, you have graced the stage.
I have graced the stage.
There's a picture of you there. I've seen it.
Yeah, on stage.
On
Absolutely.
stage with the big rainbow thing.
That's the embellishment of the hosting is the point there. So yeah, I've got a great resume with hosts.
You know, like I wish I performed there, but I've never given the chance.
Well, if you're listening right now, which you're probably not, because Blaine said this show ain't shit, but you are, you want Ernie to, come there. He'll go. He'd love to go.
Yeah. Just let me know.
Just let me know.
You can catch him Monday through Friday, 8 to 11. Oh man, I'm done. I'm gonna stay bitter all night, and then we're gonna talk. I think we're gonna talk about what happened today.
If it's in your craw,
If it's in my craw, I'm gonna have to let it go.
the way it is, though, it's in your craw. It's in your craw. Well, first of all, we'll get up to it's mid-May already. Can you believe that, Roy? 2015.
Yes.
This year is
Where is time going?
yeah. This year is just flying by. We haven't done the day countdown in a
Ready?
long time, so we'll just do. You ready?
Oh, and I don't even have to look it up.
Oh, okay.
It's
Go.
always got me. 7 months until 2016.
Nice.
So we know that. 226 days, 5,429 hours, 325,716 minutes. Okay, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. I always got to count decimals here. 19,542,935 seconds. Beep. Right then. So 19 million. A few seconds. Go ahead and count that down.
Did that feel good? You haven't been able to do that countdown.
I know, because our guests have been
in
like
about a month.
Has
at
it been a
least.
month?
A month, maybe month and a half.
Has it been that long?
Absolutely.
Wow. I'm feeling bad. I feel like I've let my listeners down.
Maybe you have.
If I've let you down, give me a call, 909-989-0789. And you can get in line with everyone else who I've let down through my life. You know what I felt like right then?
A little intervention show.
I felt a little bit like Bob Uecker right there.
So why am I sitting in the other room right now?
Yeah, so, if I've let you down, give me a call. I'd like to know about it. Because maybe I don't. I do know that I have let people down. I do know that some people would tell me that. But maybe there's some that I'm not familiar with that I'd like to learn about.
This is turning into a very special episode of the Roy and Jimmy
Yes,
Thing.
I'm going to open up. I'm opening up.
Don't
I'm
cry.
wide
cry.
open. I told you I wasn't feeling good.
Oh.
So I'm going to let it go.
All right, Ernie, so we'll reschedule you again.
And Ernie's and I was already there, and Ernie's just like, when Ernie drove the Steve Cooper dagger into me, he's got a show on LA Talk. Go ahead and see if you can get on with that guy. Go ahead. I mean, he's a good friend. I'll put in a word. Not, but he can do that.
If I'm on Cooper Talk next week, I'm like, oh, I'm not putting it.
I'm not putting it up. No, you better. Steve's a good guy, man.
No,
He's an awesome guy. He's a chatty guy.
he was a good listener.
You know what's funny is he gave me some shit because Jimmy and I were affiliated with another station, and we used to do Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And the night he was on, I bailed.
That's right.
Well, there was it wasn't like studio like this. One person was New York and I was here, and we would all Skype in, and there was a big family get together, and I was like having to deal with that and do with that. And I was actually in the backyard with my headphones, and I finally just like, I'm out of here. And then Steve comes on our show, and I'm not there. So I apologized to him, and he goes, yeah, whatever. But
Whatever, Roy, if that's your real name.
it is. I need Jimmy, carry for a minute. I need a drink.
We'll drink up and stuff like that. So, Mr. Big Ern, you're on vacation this week.
I am 2 weeks. I go back to work on the 31st.
Wow. So what are you filling your time with?
Thinking on hit up some open mics, find some stage time.
When's the last time you had an open mic?
Last time I was at an open mic.
Don't say it was when me and you were there.
No, I don't think you were there. It was at Flappers, though.
Yeah.
It was at Flappers. I don't know if you were there. But, geez, I was Linnea was host. Or I think she was still throwing it, so long ago. I don't think she doesn't do it anymore, right? Or somebody else does.
No, that's been a long time.
Yeah, so it's been a while since I've really done an open mic, but since I've been so occupied with work, I feel that it's taken me away from comedy, so I just need to slowly get back into it. You know? So hopefully during my vacation I can just hit up some spots and kind of get the groove back.
What's one of your favorite ways to work out a bit? Do you enjoy an open mic? Do you enjoy open mics?
I do, because usually it's just networking.
Yeah.
I love to network, and sometimes, even though I've been in the game, about 5 years, and there's people that just started doing it at least maybe a month.
Right.
Just giving some friendly advice makes me kind of feel good, even though if I said a shitty joke, and I don't feel good about it, at least I can go to somebody and say, hey, look, why don't you try to do it this way?
Sure.
So, but, yeah, I haven't really done a lot of them since I've done it, but, it just...
Where were some of the first places you went when you started out?
I actually did not do an open mic when I first started comedy.
So where'd you get up?
What happened was I was at a
I like where it starts. Ready? What happened?
was-
It wasn't like, I got that. It was this is what happened.
Driving along, minding my own business.
No, I was in Pomona. I was at a comedy show, and I took a friend of mine, and before the show started, we're cracking jokes, and I didn't know the comics were sitting next to us. And they're cracking up, and one guy stops me, and he goes, hey, you need to go up there and tell jokes. And I said, no, that's something I don't do.
Right.
And he goes, oh, please, you've had us laughing for 10 minutes. That's pretty much our whole set. And he wrote me a number, and he goes, call this lady tomorrow, and she'll help you out. So I'm like, okay, just some weirdo giving me a number. And that guy actually was Angel Acosta.
Angel.
Oh, nice. Come on, Jimmy, do your Angel.
She hit me in the fucking chest, man.
Well, the way he goes, hey, Dougie, you got to go up there and do the stage. And I'm looking at him like, this guy has a Terminator hand. He's just talking to me.
He does.
I'm just like, what the heck? So he gave me Bobby Oliver's number, and I didn't really take it serious at first. And about 2 weeks later, I ended up calling that number, and I spoke to Bobby, and we went about on getting her school started. So I'm like, all right. So I got it set up. I went every Sunday for about 8 weeks. And graduation day.
I didn't know you took her course.
Yeah, I did. And did it for 8 weeks. And the graduation show was the very first time I ever performed comedy.
Wow, on the main stage.
On the main stage. Never did one open mic. Never did one. And it was kind of nerve-wracking for me because I invited all my family, friends were there. And it's actually the first time I ever brought 58 people to a show.
Because they all come to your first show. Absolutely.
Yes, they all do. Friends, family, we're all there. And I go ahead, have a seat. And before the show started, I peeked my head out through a little walkway where the servers go.
Yeah.
And I noticed they were all in the front row.
All your people.
Along the wall, along the front row. And I'm like, holy crap, if I bomb, they're all going to have eyes right on me.
And that first row, you can see everyone's face.
Yes.
Their expressions, their eyeballs. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I was like number 8 on the list. So number 7 was performing, and I'm sweating. I'm nervous. I take a swig out of my buddy's flask. I don't know what he filled it up with, but it was strong.
It was strong.
Oh, it did the job, though, because when Sally called me up, I'm just like, okay, here we go. And as soon as I got on stage, I'm looking at all their eyes. I'm like, oh, here we go.
There it is.
And it was probably the best 5 minutes of my life because I had such a damn good time on that
That's
stage.
nice.
Maybe within the first minute, the crowd was with me, and I had a set, what I was going to do. And I said, I'm just going to go for broke on this one. The crowd's really loving this.
Yeah.
And what was funny is I said a joke about my mom. My mom was actually in the second row, but we were in eye level.
Right.
And I said a joke about her. And the crowd goes crazy. But out of all that noise, it I could hear her saying, "I never did that to him. I never did that to him." I mean, it was loud, but I could hear her saying that, and there was comics sitting next to her, like, "Who the hell is this crazy lady?"
There she is.
She's protesting. That's bullshit. I've never done that.
Yeah.
Boycotting your ass.
So as soon as I got off stage, it was just a great feeling. Great feeling, and
it's euphoric, especially at the Ice House, one of your first times. Because that room does not sound bad when people are laughing.
No.
It's a great room.
The way the laughter explodes out at you at that place, it's
probably the only club that can be packed and you'll hear the laugh instantaneous instead of it coming back at you.
Yeah.
You're like one of the improvs or something like
it
that.
explodes.
Right. It's right there. It's like laughing in front of your face. It's perfect.
So from there on, I did a couple of Bobby shows. And
that's when we met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. And I think it's been probably about 3 years since I've been at the Ice House. But that was pretty much where I got my start.
Didn't us three, we did it almost, 2 years ago?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We had a little reunion in a June of some year.
I thought it wasn't it for Sean and Carlos' show, wasn't it?
No, I think
No, it was in
we
the-
did a Bobby. It was
in the main.
That's
It was in the
right.
main
Remember
room.
that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we did a Sean and Carlos in the stage too.
Yeah, actually that I tell people out of top 5 shows, that was probably like my number 3 favorite show.
The Sean and Carlos show?
Reason for it is there was maybe 9 people.
Yeah.
And not saying that it's bad on them, but I think we all said it's you know what? There's only 9 people here. I had this set to say. Screw it. Let's just freestyle it.
Yeah.
And the crowd really loved it. And
Yeah.
even outside in the patio, they're like, "Hey, we had such a good time."
I remember that show, yeah.
And I remember saying, I go, "You know what? This was probably one of the best shows I've ever done."
It's any show in the belly room was fun just because if they laughed, they had you. You had them. Just
Yeah.
because they're not attentive and there's 10 by the time you come up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also the same feeling like at the Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah, there was probably the same.
When Roy threw that show, we had 11 people maybe.
And that was also another good show.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of the ones you never think of, and it's like, what's one is your best favorite times? Fontana.
Yeah,
Mongolian barbecue.
And
the noodles were great.
And the food was good.
the food was good.
The food was good. The beer was flowing.
And I remember the last time I was here, I said that during the show, before Carlos went up, I went over there and I was like, all right, I'm going to grab some noodles here. I'm just going to chow down.
Atta baby.
And Carlos goes up and he says his joke, and I know where it was going.
Oh, that's right.
And then I look at John and I go, I'm gonna go grab some more before they kick us out of here.
You're going back and do yourself.
Yeah, as I'm getting more food, I can hear that joke, and I'm kind of looking at the people like, oh,
it was funny is they were all excited and they wanted us back, and then we called back, and the problem was is no one could speak English to us enough to try to figure it out. I'm not bullshitting.
Really?
It's serious. Oh, you come, Miko. You come back to call back Raider. Shit.
Call a Raider? Okay.
Call a Raider. No, I don't want to tear the place down with all the Raider fans bullshit.
There's Angel Acosta again. We got a Raider fan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well.
But
I could have brought Angel.
I love Angel. He's working nights. He's just been. I haven't seen him in probably almost about a year and a half.
He's working nights and in love.
And
Yeah.
in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He set up traffic cones, and
Traffic cones, selfies on the freeway.
every time I drive through a construction site at night, I'm always wanting to yell out the window, Angel! Doggy, where you at? Yeah, so he was the one that kind of got me started.
That's cool, dude.
So that's how it all began.
It was in Pomona at the Fox or
No, I think it was a place called Angelo's Pizza.
yeah, they were doing open mics or something like that.
Yeah, it was a Mike Cano show.
Oh, okay.
And actually, he was the one. I credit him because he sent me a Facebook request. And I worked with a guy with the same name.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay, he has Facebook, whatever. And I looked through the pictures. I go, oh, he became a comedian. I thought he was a cop. Okay, that's cool. And I'm going through and I go, wait a minute, this isn't him. But I like comedy, so I kept him.
Right.
And I took his, I went to that show. And I kind of say if I didn't accept his friend request, I probably wouldn't even be in here right now.
Because you went to that show.
So, but why did you go to the show to begin with?
Just to go.
To go?
I think at that point, I've never really been to a comedy show.
Now, is that something you wanted to do, stand up, or?
I just wanted to check it out because
Yeah.
I always saw stuff on TV, and I said, I've never been to one. I'd like to see one. And this was, about 2009.
Wow.
So I've always saw them on TV, but I never went to one. So I'm just like, okay, it's in Pomona. I have the night off. I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah.
And then,
And there it was.
yeah, that's
Wow.
how it all began.
Damn.
So
We've only just begun.
The spark that ignited Ernie's fire.
yes, and it has been one hell of a journey
Lots
too.
of drinks and keep talking. I'm back on.
Well, I hadn't been to an actual comedy show neither until probably 2001.
Yeah,
And I've always been a fan of comedy, obviously, but an actual show, I saw Bobby Collins over here at Ontario.
I always hear Bobby Collins on the radio, but I've always wanted to see him in person.
Dude, one of my favorites.
I just like his accent, like the way he talks.
Yeah.
It just cracks me up.
His best album is one of his first ones. It's called On the Inside, and I can work the grooves out of the CD on that thing. That and Class Clown from George Carlin. But yeah, that was the first time I saw an actual comedian, an actual show in an improv, and then I got hooked from that. Then I saw Bill Engvall over there, and then by the time I saw Damon Wayans, that's when I broke the news to friends and the family, going, "Okay, I got to give this a go. I've got to do this."
And I was always told for years, friends always told me, you got to be a comedian, you got to be a comedian. I said, nah, I'm not that funny.
Right.
Not that funny. No, you got to be a comedian. And then, years later, I give it a shot, and I'm like, damn, I should have done this a long time ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Jimmy and I do the same thing. It's like, damn, why did we start so late?
Well, we always, the times it always come up to myself, I would just think, I'm funny in a conversation off the cuff, so
Yeah.
I don't think I could put together something funny.
Yeah, and, that's like at work. I just crack everybody up, kind of lighten the mood.
Right.
Boost morale, and everyone's like, oh, my gosh.
You're just hilarious.
I got to see you on stage. But it's kind of different. But, it's like what I say, like conversational. I was like, well, I can kind of use that. I got to work it out. But,
Well, it's funny. You friended the imposter, Mike Cano.
Yeah.
And that kind of got you in the comedy.
It did.
It got you on stage. I bought a house in 2006, and that got me into comedy.
Really?
Because the real estate gal just thought I was hilarious. And then she goes, I got this comic friend. His name's Kyle Cease. I should introduce you. So she did, and that's where it took off from there. And then I introduced him to Roy.
Yeah.
And it's been since. So if I didn't buy a house, then I wouldn't be here right now.
There's always a reason for everything.
Yeah.
They're okay. I'll go with that. I'll go with that. I like that.
Is this too cheery for you?
No, it's great. It's great. That was my favorite. It's like everything happens for a reason. No, you burnt your hand on the stove because you're a dumbass. That's the reason.
Well,
it wasn't
sure.
like you're going to learn something else. No, dude, I know not to do that anymore.
If you burnt your hand on the stove severely, the EMT who comes happens to know a buddy who's in the comedy, and then that would be a thing. That would be it happening for a reason.
Dude, your house burned down.
Right. And if he,
Well, it happened for a reason. Yeah, because someone was smoking in bed. I mean, it wasn't like
but if
there was
the EMT wasn't an open micer, you wouldn't be in comedy.
Yeah, if they ask you, it's like, so how did you burn your hand? Well, I touched a hot plate.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, you should write that on paper.
You should write that down.
I would, but it's burnt down in my house.
That's how you can find a comic in the crowd, You should
So-
write that down.
So, I mean, and it was funny you said, I was just going through my head, the first show I ever saw was at the Ice House. And this
Me-
is like in the 80s.
That's right. Me and you went. We saw. I'll tell you who we saw.
Well, no, it may be the second one because I went, who did you go with me to see?
I saw two people there. Might have been the same show, but me and you went to the Ice House. You took me, so it might have been your second time.
Right.
It was Kevin Pollak.
Yep. That was the second one.
And Robert Wall.
Right. That was the second one.
Yeah, and that's right. That was the very first one, and that was back in the day. You drugged me out, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? The Ice House?"
Yeah, and it was like, what we're going there for?
Yeah.
But I remember the first one I ever went and saw. I saw Kip Adada at the Ice House.
That's right.
Kip Adada. And I always remember what he said when he's like, "I'm Kip Adada, and these are my bitches."
And that was back then.
That was then, man. Kip was doing it.
That's right. I remember you telling me about the Ice House, and we went, and I saw Kevin Pollak and Robert Wall.
Now, when Robert Wall was there, do you remember the guy that played Skippy from Family Ties showing up that night?
Oh shit, maybe.
And then and I don't know if you went with us this time. I think maybe I went with Mike, someone else. That all of a sudden one night Dana Carvey showed up when I went one time, and there were like 3 different stars that just walked in and showed up, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best.
That's the best ever.
Best ever. And who knew that like that many years? And I talked to because Kip's on Facebook. I talked to him one time on Facebook, just a little bit back and forth. He responded once, and that was it. But I felt all right.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, at 80 something, you were the first person I ever saw there, and I get to go on that stage now, and it's cool. And he goes, yeah, great, and that was it. So we're tight.
That's tight, dude.
Yeah.
I forgot that was my first one you took me.
Yeah, that was in the 80s, man. That was like 85.
Kevin Pollak, I mean, his impressions, he's doing to Captain Kirk and all that.
Yes.
But then Robert Wool went up and he said something about Sally Struthers doing those care package commercials. He says, I think we need to like do the accountants need to do an audit because she keeps getting fatter, but these kids keep staying thin.
Yes.
Remember that joke?
Yes.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And how many people have you heard do that joke since then?
I had a couple people, but it's always Robert Waltz.
That's right, because of then. So, hey, man, look at, and then we all went together at the Ice House together.
Yeah, we did.
You know why? All that happens for a reason.
Now, I don't want to burn my hand, but I will get a little sentimental. Sure, that's nice. That's nice.
I'm feeling it deep.
What would our life be? What would my day be without not knowing Big Ern or my buddy Roy? I'd still know you because we were pals, but
yeah, I don't think it'd probably be much different.
Look how rich our life is, Roy, with Ernie Avila.
Well, yours is he doesn't like me much. Remember, we got to that in the beginning.
I told you, it's something about this guy. When we met him at the Ice House, there's something about this guy.
I told you
something about him.
I don't know. No, we're glad to have you here. I am now. I'm over the bitterness.
I'm glad.
Not really. You wait till you get back after the break. We just got to go out on a high note. We're going to get out of here for a second. You are listening to the Roy and Jimmy Thing here on chaoticradio.com. If you got a question for me, if I let you down, if you got a question for Jimmy, or you want to call this guy over here, what was his name again? Oh, yeah, that's it. Big Ern. Give us a call after the break, 909-989-0789. We'll see you in a minute.
A simple
Welcome back to the Roy and Jimmy Thing here on chaoticradio.com. We're hanging out with our buddy Big Ern in the house.
He had you off.
I had you off. I was going to talk some nasty stuff. Janice, I hear you're listening. Give us some dirt. 909-989-0789.
Oh, Dirty Ernie.
Dirty Ernie. Give us some good stuff. Like, wait, my mom called me out.
Yeah, she
did. Oh, man, she burned me one night.
My mom did that. I was performing in Riverside, and the comic said, "Who are you here with?" She goes, "Well, my son's performing." And he says, "What is the craziest thing?" I'm going to beat her to the punch. So if she doesn't call, I'm going to go ahead and say it. She goes,
"Oh no, but she can. I'm sure she can elaborate on the story a little."
I'm pretty sure she will. I'm pretty sure she will. And she said,
909-989-0789.
She said, "Well, he fell asleep in the bathtub." She'll probably tell you the age. I don't remember how old I was, but
that was it.
That was it, and they took a picture of it too.
Oh, and a picture.
Yeah. That was the biggest dirt.
Well, if she's here, if she calls, she'll probably tell you, "Mom, if you're there, go ahead."
We need a better story than that. I mean, I fall asleep in a bathtub.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I could do that. I fell asleep in Vegas at 10. I could fall asleep in a bathtub. I can.
That's easy.
My favorite. Okay. And this is going like lowbrow bad stuff. But have you ever fell asleep on a shitter? Come on.
No, but not sitting on it. No. Laying next to it, absolutely.
Yeah, I've done that. Sitting on it where I just
cradling it and holding it like we just got engaged. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just leaning over like on the wall, and you're like, oh, and you wake up.
Yeah.
That's I've done that. Yeah, that was big day for me.
Sure.
Catch a couple extra Z's while you're taking care of some business. Just saying. saying, come on, Janice, 909-989-0789. The phone lines are wide open.
They are wide open, ready for your call.
Ready for your
Anybody questions about Big Ern, Roy's Day,
Yeah,
or
my
general,
day.
or general Jimmy fandom?
my day. Thanks, Jimmy.
Hey,
You know, we
not all of us can have a shitty day. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, same shit, different day.
That's
or
it.
different shit, same, whatever. There was a lot of shit going on today at work, just
But
saying.
some shit went down.
Some shit went down. A lot of.
It's nice to know. It's nice to know in the business you're in, Roy, that your customers give a shit.
Oh, they gave a shit, all right. They all know what happened today.
We do, yes.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty you make fun of me like that.
It was a shit deal you got. So
I got the shit into the steak.
you so did. And actually, if all you needed was a stick, that would have been a better day.
Yeah. Oh, man. Man. You know we haven't done. You know and we did at the beginning. You know it's National Museum Day today.
Is it
Wow.
Oh. Uh-oh.
National Museum Day?
Nah, the number doesn't.
So pick your flavor and go for it.
Line one. So the museum's got you on it. Who we talking to?
This is Janice.
Good evening, Janice. How are you?
Hi, guys.
Hello, Janice.
Supportive mommy listening.
Supportive mommy. That's nice. I saw the last time I was on. Mom, look, I made it. I'm on iTunes now.
That's right.
Now we're both on iTunes.
Well, we always try to boost. Ernie's always just a great guy, just to let you know, Mom.
He is. I'm so proud.
Great guy. He's never steered us in any trouble or anything like that. Or
I couldn't even recognize the number she called. I'm like, oh, that's not her.
I tried to call earlier, and you didn't answer.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That was me then. I missed the phone call. I apologize, Janice.
Oh, my God. I sound so dorky.
I'm very sorry.
you don't sound dorky. We all do.
No. We're
doing
all
that
dorky.
for you.
Oh, she hears us in the background.
About that him falling asleep in the bathtub.
Yeah, go ahead and tell.
His head was in a bucket. His face was barely sticking out of the water, totally nude, and his little baby weenus sticking out. We took a picture of it.
His baby weenus.
He went all
He was
out.
about 5. He was about 5 or 6.
You know, my favorite thing is it was just like, oh, this is all that really happened. And see, I knew you would embellish.
Sorry, babe.
Oh, no sorries needed. We can keep you on. I mean, the weenus, Jimmy, do you have it on time when we had that clip?
Baby Weenus came in at
Yeah, baby weenus is going on
8:54 p.m.
8:54. The weenus is going to be part of our promo. I'm just saying.
Oh. See, I told you she'd make it better.
You guys are crazy.
That's awesome.
No.
But have a good show. Just wanted to call and say hi.
Oh, I feel like I'm being roasted.
Oh, yeah. What, like roasted like a little baby Vienna sausage?
How about the lipstick, son?
Oh, the lipstick one?
Oh,
man.
let's hear it.
Come on. Bring the lipstick and baby weenus into play.
Oh, I'll tell you, big boy.
No.
Oh.
I'll let you guys go. Have a good night.
All right, Mom.
Thank you for calling
Bye.
in.
Thanks, Janice.
Well, Mr. Ernie.
No, the lipstick one,
That's-
I'm a deep sleeper. And I have 3 sisters. And I was asleep on the living room couch. And I wake up and I see just two of them, like, right next to me. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And for some reason, I kind of wiped my lips. And I thought I was bleeding. And I get in the light. I'm like, what the hell is this? And they put lipstick on me. They actually put makeup on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I looked in the mirror. I looked like Divine in Hairspray.
Nice.
I was that into that deep sleep.
If we only had pictures. If we had cell phones then.
Yeah.
There'd be so many.
There's so many pictures that it would be Instagrammed and Snapchatted and all that stuff. Where can people find you?
Facebook, the Big Ern 909.
The
Big Ern 909. And Big Ern 909 at Instagram.
I got to tell you, the Instagram you did today nailed it, dude. Made me laugh.
Which one?
The one that was nailed it. Didn't you put that one up?
Oh,
the chicken and the stripper.
Actually, that was the song that was playing before we went on the air.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
I saw it. I was just dying laughing. I said, I got to add a clip to it, an audio clip to this. So I went on Flipagram and I added the stripper from David Rose to it, and I put it on there.
That's the one I just played, actually.
Yeah. But I was trying to post my picture that I was here going live, and I guess that video came up, and he's like, oh, what's going on in here? But yeah, it was, but yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was the lipstick incident. And I remember I was so mad, and my sister was like, don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad. Oh, please.
Don't tell Dad I had makeup on. Please don't tell
Because
Dad.
they thought he was in the shower. My sister was like, no. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. And my dad walks out of my room, and he goes, don't tell me what?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'm just like, they put makeup on me. He goes, what the?
Not on my boy.
Yeah.
I put it on.
So that, and I said, God, I look like Divine. Oh, my gosh.
He's all critiquing himself.
Yeah.
Hey, this works. I can pull this off.
I could do this. That's hilarious.
This I could do. I could pull this off.
I dropped I don't know, it was probably 20. I was working out in the backyard. I mean, working out. I had my weights out there. And I pulled a 35-pound plate off, and I was in the pool.
Right.
And I pulled the 35 plate, and I'd have shoes on, and I pulled it off the bar and dropped it right on top of my foot.
Oh.
Like on the top big spot of my foot. And I'm like, oh, shit. So, shit. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
I went over and put it in the pool, and I'm like, oh, that's better. It's better. And I'm looking at it, and I can see it swelling. And I'm like, oh, it's just the water. No, it got like round like a football. So I'm thinking about, I've got to go to the doctor. And I'm like, no, I'll be all right. And my girlfriend was there with me. So she goes, oh, and she starts messing around. She starts like trying to make me laugh. I put mascara and shit on.
Uh-huh.
And I putting it on me.
Oh.
Right. I'm like, knock that shit off. Shit. So I'm trying to knock it all off. And then finally we're like, I got to go to the doctor because this thing's getting bigger and bigger. And there I go to the doctor with the
makeup on?
Yeah. So.
And not as acceptable.
No, it wasn't quite the fad then.
No, not as acceptable as now.
No. I can imagine what they said. This dude comes in, in pretty good shape then, 20 years old, and working out a little bit. I was a little more fit than I was now, and I came in with some mascara on. Looking shy. I just told him, hey, it's my eyelashes. I got these from my mom's side. That's the way it is.
Natural.
From my mom's side. So, I don't know.
These are natural.
It's natural. It's also National Asian and Pacific Islander HIV/AIDS Awareness Day.
Whoa.
Now,
Wow.
I don't know why the Asian and Pacific Islanders have to have their own AIDS Awareness Day. I mean, why?
Yeah, that's pretty singled out. It's pretty clear on who we're celebrating the HIV for today.
Yeah. And this one's
is it like, yay, you got it, I don't? Or
yeah. Well, I mean, we're celebrating. Come on.
Or is it just like, oh, they got a lot today?
What happens if somebody has it and they go, no, you're not Asian, you got it?
Yeah. To hell with you.
Or we're not going to treat you today because you're not Asian Pacific.
Right.
Because obviously you're encroaching on that day, sir.
What if you?
Very rude of you.
Right. What if you were like, something else?
And if you're Asian Pacific with HIV, wouldn't you feel a little, I don't know, embarrassed, a little called out?
Yeah,
a little Jerry Springer. Yes, you are the HIV today.
No.
Right. I mean, what if? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I mean, I'm gonna look this thing up because there's a link on this thing that says you can make your own day. How to make your own day.
Oh, really?
And I think there needs to be a Roy and Jimmy day.
For sure.
I mean, how do we petition that?
Maybe like every Tuesday.
Well, I would go for one a year. Be all right.
Sure.
So I don't know. This one, and it's a week. This one's for you, Don, if you're listening. National Educational Bosses Week. So that means the girls at work should, be kicking you down some gifts. I'm thinking, your crew. Because National Education Bosses Week, you are an educational boss, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they need to kick down some C's because I could use a little piece of C's candy right now. It's also National Backyard Games Week, so you want to play some games in the backyard. What's your favorite game to play in the backyard?
Cornhole.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's Jimmy. I just
That is like the best game to play. I don't know why. Throw a beanbag in a hole.
Yeah. Jimmy was going somewhere else with cornhole.
I haven't heard of cornhole.
You never, dude. It's bad. It's that board. It's like a big long board.
As soon as he
with
said the
hole.
beanbag, and
Right.
I just never
I
knew
had
it.
to say it. But
I just never knew it as that name. It never was presented to me. You want to go out back and play some cornhole?
We went. Well, check it out. We Don and I went to the Elstons, right? We know.
Yeah, John and Susan.
John and Susan, if you're listening, they're probably not there in bed. They wow. They had some friend. They had Ryan Steely over, which is their nephew, I guess.
Right.
And Don just met them. She knew John and Susan, but he just met Ryan. She just met Ryan. So Ryan comes over, and everyone's getting along. You know how we're all having a great time. And Ryan comes over, grabs her by the hand, and goes, "Come on, let's go play some cornhole." And they walk out the back door. So I thought
everyone's fine with that.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. But that cornhole, I'm in. Yeah. I used to be good at lawn darts until it killed a kid, and you can't get lawn darts anymore.
And that was gone.
Yeah, so they take all the good shit away. So I don't know. It's National Backyard Games Week too. Backyard Twister? No.
What's the difference?
I think I would kill a couple of people playing Backyard Twister.
Well, the only reason I brought it up is there was a Georgia mother accused of naked twister party with teen daughters and a sex with a minor.
Whoa.
Yeah. A mother in Evans, Georgia is being accused of hosting a party for her teenage daughters that allegedly included naked twister, consumption of pot and alcohol, and culminated with the woman having sex with a 16-year-old male. That's a party.
Where were these parties when we were that
I don't
age?
know. Right? Rachel Lynn Leinhart, 35, was sentenced arrested Saturday night.
We
charged.
all had that one teacher that,
yes!
in a perfect world, my 13-year-old ass would have been with. But now it's like it's all over the place. It is all over.
Mm-hmm.
This mom, she got in trouble, also lost custody of her 5 children, ages 4, 6, 8, 10, and 16.
For a piece of 16-year-old ass.
I should have spun a yellow.
Left foot right.
According to sheriff's report, Leinhart allegedly went to bed alone, but awoke around 3:30 when she felt someone having sex with her. Oh, shit.
Wait. So a 16-year-old little dude hopped on her?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I went to bed asleep and woke up about 3:30. All of a sudden, what? Why is? Uh-oh.
So how's this her fault? Did she finish? Is that her deal?
She stated at first she thought it was an 18-year-old from earlier.
Oh.
But realized it was a 16-year-old who was in fact her daughter's boyfriend.
Oh, Jesus.
Sheriff report goes on in shocking detail.
Well,
Miss Leinhart told her sponsor, so obviously she has a sponsor, so she's got a couple issues.
Yeah.
She and her daughter had spoken. Let's see. She and her daughter had spoken, and that her daughter felt guilty because the 16-year-old was 10 inches long and huge. And if she had been able to take it, he wouldn't have needed to rape her mother.
Oh, so now
this is a family right here.
So now it's raped.
Well, so hold on a minute. So he did that to the mother, but she said that, but she went to jail. When she was doing that sleeping stuff.
That's such a bullshit report.
This allegation sounds like rape, but sheriff spokesman Captain Steve Morris said no charges are pending against the teen.
Yeah, he's carrying a concealed weapon for one. He's a minor. He's a minor with a weapon.
With a weapon, based on the investigation, there's no evidence.
This is not Big Ern's weenus we're talking about. We're
no.
We're talking 16 and 10.
That's not weenus right there.
That's not, you don't call that a weenus.
Nuh-uh.
That's 16 and 10 right there.
Call that crank. Based on the investigation, there's no evidence the 16-year-old committed a crime. But I guess it ain't a crime. But yeah. Whew.
Can you imagine going through an evidence room? You'd be like, who's playing Twister?
That's like the big question about the whole night.
What happened here?
Really? They still play Twister out here?
They still play Twister. Naked Twister.
What's the deal with this?
What's the deal with Twister? Was like an accidental dry hump. You know?
Yeah.
Left foot red. Sorry, I got to go over your ass. Oh, thank you.
Got to look up the report.
Cop to feel. I don't even know if anyone knows what cop to feel means anymore.
It sounds like they think the cop a feel you're going to get in trouble with the cops.
You're just 16-year-old. You whip out your 10-inch and go find mom.
Whoa. Dude, I never had that problem.
Never had that problem.
I had a weenus, so it doesn't matter.
I never.
He just had his weenus in his bucket. He was all good.
His bucket with some lipstick on, looking sharp.
At least he looked good.
I know.
Oh shit!
The best
Shit.
6-year-old ever.
Oh man, Ern, we can get into this though. I'm not trying to say anything,
All right.
but it's National Barbecue Month.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
Yes. Some carne asada.
Ooh. Now, would you call carne asada? Here's the thing: you get into barbecue. Carne asada isn't barbecued,
Yeah, you grill it.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, you know,
Well, you're
outdoor cooking.
Your spot, traditional barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers, ribs, perhaps corn.
But hot dogs and hamburgers aren't really barbecuing. That's grilling.
What would you call barbecuing? Steak?
No, no, that's grilling too.
All
Barbecue takes hours and hours.
Like ribs.
Yeah, barbecue is
Half a pig for half the day.
right.
Okay.
But grilling is cooking something fast.
So you're
Barbecuing is taking hours to cook it.
You're grilling on what we call the barbecue.
Correct.
Gotcha.
That's where it gets confusing.
Gotcha.
And Sean can call us because Sean says he could barbecue the hell out of some shit.
Oh, nationwide.
He's told us. We got in this thing, before with
Yeah.
Sean. Sean gets mad about his barbecue. He says he can handle it. I don't know. I never had it.
We can't challenge him.
Yeah.
He's a man.
It's also National Egg Month, Ern.
Egg month.
Yeah. And this is for the Zig Zone, National Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month. Do you know that?
Absolutely, Zig Zone.
So Zig Zone Monday nights.
Yeah, they moved over. Our boys moved over to Monday nights. They're 2 hours now, 6 to 8. Zig Zone. Check them out. Tell them we miss them.
He said that he was going to come, jump in a chair one night.
Hey, perfect.
I told him, get here.
But we do have a new show before us.
Yes.
Rebel Nation.
Rebel Nation.
Yes. Tattoo Talk.
Well, the last part of it was.
Yeah.
See, Brandon's mom called in.
Yes.
That was funny.
That's very.
If you're listening, you got to hear it.
You did.
Got to
You're
tell the
right.
story about he was, pretending he was sneaking. He thought he was sneaking girls in, but, unbeknownst to him, he wasn't as sly as he thought he was.
And none of us were.
Yeah, none of us were. None of us were. There's bad foods that we should be eating, Ern.
Bad food?
That we should be eating.
What's that?
Peanut butter.
I like peanut butter.
We should be eating peanut butter.
I always heard peanut butter was good. Why can't we eat it?
Well, it says bad rap. Peanut butter is super fattening, but that's not true. It's high in fat, but doesn't mean it's fattening. It's good for you. It's got vitamin B and that kind of shit. Shit.
Well, that hasn't been taken off any of our list.
How about eggs?
Eggs?
Significant source of dietary cholesterol. Egg yolks off limits. The good truth? Medical experts now emphasize that saturated fats and trans fats are bigger culprits of raising blood cholesterol than dietary cholesterol. Plus, eggs are super satisfying. Damn right, when they got bacon and butter on them.
It's all bullshit, man.
It's all great when the syrup gets on the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And wait, hold a minute. See if we're going the same place. So, food talk. See how we went there? If you have an egg, is it over easy? And is the yolk a little running into the egg?
Yes.
And then it kind of coagulates around the syrup?
Oh, it's just.
Give us a moment.
Hello.
The bad thing is, see, when we were in Vegas, I wanted to go to a buffet because I love breakfast buffets, and we didn't get to go. That's something else we didn't get to do. And I'm getting bitter again. I just wanted a buffet. Do you like the buffet at the breakfast?
I do.
Because you can get a little bit of everything. And usually some kind of sausage they got going on is usually pretty good. I mean,
well, you take advantage of it because, like, if you go to get a breakfast, let's say at a little hole-in-the-wall place, they give you 2 links. I'm like, come on.
What are you going to do with that?
What? I just, 2 bites and they're done.
Right.
You hook up, 9, 10 links, and you're like, give me a little bit of eggs.
You understand.
Yes.
I get it. I feel you. But and then you could pile up some bacon on it, and then you could try the different kind of potatoes. 'Cause they're going to hash browns. You might want some of those O'Briens and the home-style fries too.
Oh.
And don't even get me started if they got a little bit of gravy for the biscuits and gravy. You could just drizzle on the stuff. Babe, we're going back to Vegas and we're going to a buffet.
Exactly. Just for the buffet.
Dude, the buffet's killer for breakfast, and she's not a big buffet.
Let's do a buffet run.
And I understand why, because it's like a germ thing, and I get it because I'm kind of a germaphobe. But a little bit. But when it comes to buffet, hey, it's all at 150 degrees, whatever the little things say on it, they're good. I don't care if the guy sneezed on it or not. It's good because it burned off in the thing.
Exactly.
It's got sneeze guards for that.
Yeah.
It's well protected.
It's protected. It's got that big sneeze guard. Nobody's like touching slot machines and stuff that people haven't gone to the bathroom and not washed their hands and put it all over it or anything. Don't think that's happening. Don't think there's dirty doorknobs or anything around. Everything's sanitary when you get into the buffet.
If you think somebody coughed on the food, then you just put hot sauce on it.
That sterilizes everything.
It doesn't matter to me.
Just put a little Tabasco like on the bottom of the plate before
Yeah.
you put the food on,
I'm sure there's something in there that will kill the germs.
and you're all set.
Some sriracha.
Yes.
Sriracha will kill it.
Exactly.
It almost killed the whole neighborhood in Azusa or wherever it was. Oh, man. Here we go. Line 1, you're on the air.
We are not going to a buffet.
Oh,
shit.
Buzzkill. Buzzkill.
Wwhy not? Say hi to Ernie.
I was going to say the main reason why I called is to say hi to Big Ern.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Roy's a little mad at me right now.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear the poop story.
Oh, how do you know it's a poop story?
Because you texted me.
Oh.
Because you're the shit.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Yeah. I forgot.
Oh, do you guys, Jimmy, you're like a germaphobe. Do you really like buffets?
Who said I'm a germaphobe?
I think you kind of are, aren't you?
I mean, I wash and take a shower and wipe my ass when I take a shit. So I guess, yeah, I'm a
But you wash your
germaphobe.
hands after.
I thought it was normal. But no, I'll do a good buffet. Absolutely.
Damn. You know what we're going to do? Me, Jimmy, you, and Big Ern. We can't go to Vegas for it, but we're going to meet somewhere on a weekend morning, and we're going to go just to Hometown Buffet. And just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll bring us packed lunch.
Yeah, I've never done the
Wait a
home
minute.
buffet.
And Hometown Buffet's all right.
I've never done it. So you guys guide me.
My dad loves Hometown Buffet.
Yeah.
He would go there over any other place. Like if I say, hey, I'm going to take you out for a good restaurant. Let's go to Fleming. I don't know what that is. Where you want to go? Let's go to Hometown. Always goes to Hometown.
See, now for dinner.
Fleming's. You guys can go to Hometown. I want my meal cooked for me and put on my plate that nobody else has touched.
Well, the cook has touched it.
That you know of.
Those sneeze guards just don't do it. They don't. No. Come on. Sorry.
The sneeze guard. Everything's like 100 and how many degrees in there? It's like.
So are you saying when somebody sneezes in your food, as long as it's cooked, it's okay?
No, because it's staying hot under the sneeze guard, under the lights. It burns off the spit before it hits the food.
And you have this, and you have the siracha there, so you're all set.
Yeah, Big Ern let us in on the sriracha story.
Yeah.
No. Hey, I wanted to remind you too. You know, what did you guys say about it being National Backyard Game Week or something?
No, Asian Pacific HIV Month.
No, I think it was National
you
Backyard
said something
Game
about
Month.
Backyard games.
Yeah, it was backyard game month.
'Cause you
Jimmy
were
wasn't
talking
paying
about
attention to
cornhole.
that.
No, I was. I just wanted to throw her off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't throw me off. I'm good. No, but have you seen that human foosball game?
Human
You guys
foosball.
should get all your comic buddies.
Oh, yes, I
together.
have,
Our
yeah.
backyard's big enough, and you should build it, and they will come.
Human foosball.
Yeah, it's like it's like a foosball table. You can picture that, right?
Okay.
So you build a big one with plywood,
Oh,
and you put
okay.
the bars across, and then you have to be on the bar, and you can only move side to side, and you play foosball.
Oh my God, it looks fun. Look it up online. Look it up. There's a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw it.
And there's the pipes that go across, and then they like the bars that go across, and then they put like a PVC pipe over it so it slides. So you have to keep your hands on the bar as it slides back and forth, and it's like a soccer ball, and then there's goals on each side.
Now
you probably need like 15 people to play it.
You know what I think would make it more fun?
What?
Okay, here's my thought. Let's do the human foosball table, but let's just change it a little bit.
Of course, you always change it.
Yeah, change it a little bit.
Right.
So let's make it so like a normal foosball table, so your feet don't hit the ground, so they just swing back and forth, right? And we tie you to the bars, and then someone
now
actually
you're tying me up. I'm out.
so tie you. Hey, that sounds like a good idea. What the hell? So you tie you to the bars by the front, like put you into like a little, I don't know, like a stirrup thing, and then person on the outside gets to move you back and forth and make you kick.
That would be funny.
How many people would hold me? My question.
Hey, I could get a bar. Just as long as you and I weren't on the same bar. If you and I are in the same bar, I mean, we'd be the goalies. We'd win because no one's like, how do we get it past that shit?
That'd be the steady lane right there.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah. So what do you think of that, dear?
You
No?
always have to change it up. I think it'd be good the way it's normally played.
Oh, okay.
But they run around because then you have to run and you have to. It's like soccer, but you have to hold on to those bars so you can't go very far.
Yeah. But I would try to find out a way to just like barely hang on and cheat a little bit, but not cheat.
Because you're so competitive.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
All right, just a little bit.
All right.
I was going to ask you something else here real quick, but I forgot. I couldn't ask you when I get home later. Just might as well do it now. I guess that's it. Yeah, I'll tell you about the story later. I haven't decided whether I want to share that today on air. What do you think?
I don't know the story, so how can I, other than feeling sorry for the guy?
That's the whole, pretty much the story, except I was going to embellish it. Like, I'm a comic and entertainer. I would probably make it exciting.
Well, then go for it.
I don't know. What if he's listening?
He's not.
I really don't think. I don't even think he knows
He's more
what a
than likely
computer
in
is.
bed.
Like we were in Vegas at 10:30.
I know. That was pretty sad, huh? I felt really old.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you go now, and you guys have a great rest of the show. Big Ern, it was good to talk to you.
Same here.
Bye, Jimmy.
Bye, Don.
Love you guys.
Aw.
Aw, love you too. Got your weenus.
That might
Shit.
make a good shirt. Just Weenus. And it'd be
Just
like,
Weenus.
yeah.
So they could do. Hold on a minute. Here's the shirt. Big Ern. So you can't see him. It says weenus, so you can see what's going on. He's covered up in the water in the bathtub with lipstick on.
Well, yeah.
Put them all together. You can sell them at your shows. No?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. I think
they misspelled winners. What is that? No, that's Weenus.
That's Weenus.
That's weenus. That's what it is right there. We're doing some weenus. So, we did bacon talk. Talking about the bacon.
There's a good Jim Gaffigan joke when he talks about breakfast at a buffet. And he goes, "Don't you hate it when you fill up your tray and you see down at the end of the buffet about 40,000 strips of bacon? You're like, oh, I should have waited."
Ready?
Isn't that it, right? You always want to start at the other side.
Yes.
Yes.
Just because you're grabbing, you don't want to grab right away because it's all you're like, oh, great, shrimp salad. Then there's the prime rib at the end and your plate's too full.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want any of this no more. I want just that.
Let me explain something to you about the buffet. You can
tell.
go back.
Oh, I know, but your first shot, you just want it to be great.
Now, when you do the first shot, do you try to make little bitty pieces of everything so you get a little bit of everything, and by the time you get there, it looks like this big heaping pile of food?
Oh, I just pile it.
I just pile it on.
Yeah. I try to make a little room here and there.
When I get back to the table, I kind of wish it did, but because everything's mixed up a little bit, but you just put it on top. It's all right.
And you're like, oh, I'm going to go back and get this, and you can't because you're like wiped out. You can't do it again.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I can't eat like I used to.
I try. My mom can tell this joke. We were at a buffet, and we got to the dessert, and I made this banana split. And it was a banana split that caught everyone's attention.
It was a beauty, eh?
It was a beauty. I put, pudding. I put ice cream, whipped cream. It was like whatever was on that dessert tray, I put it in the bananas. And then everyone, as I'm taking it back, everyone's looking at me like, what the hell is that kid's problem? Like, did you see what he made? What the hell is that?
It's a banana split.
That was a banana split from hell. My mom can vouch for that one.
I like that. We went one time to hometown, and this kid came back, probably 10 years old. And I heard him leave, and there were 8 or 9 kids with his family. And I don't know if they were all theirs or what, but they were all together, and they seemed like they were all their children. And they said, easy on the bacon this time. And this kid was a twig, right? So they all went back, and he came back, and this kid had a plate, the normal breakfast plate, that had nothing on it but a stack of bacon. It looked like a haystack, and that's all he got. They're like, you can't have the bacon. And that's all he ate. The kid just ate a pile of bacon.
Hey, you pay for it. Why not?
But he was in good shape.
Hey, if you can do it, hey, why not?
I was pretty bummed because I wanted to eat all that bacon, but my heart would stop.
Too bad my heart was in the way.
My heart was in the way.
Damn you.
Man, the other good food we should be eating, the bad rap on this thing, is beef is full of saturated fat and dietary cholesterol. So we shouldn't be eating beef. But the truth is, lean cuts of beef are low fat, high in protein and iron. So that goes in with barbecue, my man. So there ain't nothing like a piece of meat, like some good steak. Oh, what's your favorite steak?
London broil.
Oh, little broil. Jimmy?
I'm a ribeye.
Ribeye. Hey, you're talking right there with little, because it got some fat.
Low fat on it, yeah. Red potatoes.
Oh, man.
The way I said, anything you eat will kill you.
Well, especially if you choke on it.
They always say it's like, don't eat that. That's not good for you. I think any food you eat will kill you.
You could, because you could choke on it. If you don't know the Heimlich, you're going to die.
Yeah, so it's like, dang, he choked and died because he ate something healthy.
Yeah. That's just the way it is. I don't know why they have to make such a big thing. You see these people that are like 100 years old, and they say, what's the secret to living this long? And they say moderation. Well, obviously, they know I'm not good at moderation. But, I mean, they're like, I'll have a cigarette here or there, or a cigar, or I'll drink some wine, I'll do this, and I'll do that. Just moderation.
Right.
The hell's fun in moderation? I want to just eat that shit and get it done with.
If somebody told me moderation, I'd be like, what is that? Isn't that the guy that talks to people running for president or something?
Yes, exactly.
Well, moderation isn't moderation isn't satisfying.
No.
You can't have a little piece of steak.
No.
At the end of the day, you feel like having a steak, you want that big ass piece of steak.
Here it is.
That meat.
Here it is. Here's the comparison. Do you want a WEENUS or do you want the 16-year-old kid? Which one do you not do you want, but which one would you rather have as a person? I don't want a WEENUS. I want the 16-year-old boy.
Well, yeah. If I was
hey, don't pull that one down because that just never came out just right.
One, that's going in the intro. Second,
yes, that's what the 16-year-old boy.
If my daughter's boyfriend in that situation,
I think we're doing a little Louis C.K. in here.
Yeah, if I was the daughter's mother, then the 16-year-old with the 10-incher and not the Big Ern wee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That I tried to talk my way out of that one, and it was not happening.
I don't know what happened. I just woke up and this 16-year-old was drilling me with this elephant dick.
I spun red, and she was there.
She was there.
I didn't know. Actually, purple was actually the color she spun.
Oh my God! I've got some exciting news. It says fast running is as deadly as sitting on the couch. Scientists say.
Fast running?
Fast running.
Well, yeah. You always think of that guy, the one who was like jogging for health, and he wrote all those books, Jim Fixx. And then he had the heart attack while he was jogging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of threw all that out the window.
Ready? And I could have told him this. Is Sarah Knapton, the science editor, said too much exercise can kill you. Scientists have discovered. No shit.
Yeah.
I could have told him that like years ago.
Walking from here to the truck, that's like, okay, I'm a little pushing it.
That's a little exertion.
After finding runners who sped along at 7 miles an hour or more are doing themselves more harm than good. See?
Ooh.
So sitting on the couch is better than running 7 miles an hour.
I'll just watch people run.
It's good news.
Right, so get your Fitbits and all the stuff you're doing while you're running and throw them out the window because you don't need it. You just sit on the couch, turn on the freaking thing. Turn on the TV. Actually, I don't watch TV anymore. Turn on Chaotic Radio and listen to all the shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you get us out of here?
What's that?
Well, I don't know if you know. Jimmy and I have these great signs for each other. So the way we're going to go to break, we're going to do this. There's a call. This call sign is just a sign that says call.
I just flash it. Actually, just flash it with my hand and just go. It's for you.
What's that thing?
It's for you.
So Jimmy and I kind of gave each other the eye like we're going to break, and then it kind of dulled off like I thought we were going, and I don't think we made that exact connection at the same time. I'm like, Jimmy, take me out.
No, I'm just flailing my hands here like a hand puppet.
Wow. So anyway, good. So let's do this segue better. Hey, we're going to get out of here for a minute. Get all caught up. See how that worked?
Slowly build it up.
Yes, that's better. That's like the pro shit.
That's it.
Shit? Did I say it again?
It's a shitty day.
Different shit, same day.
That's it.
Same day. We're going to get out. Give us a call after the break. We got Big Ern in here that wants to talk to everybody. 909-989-0789. This is the Roy and Jimmy thing on chaoticradio.com. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to the Roy. Dude, I just wanted to lay back and listen to that one for a minute,
I've
man.
heard that a long time.
Oh, nice. Welcome back to the Roy and Jimmy thing here on chaoticradio.com. You've got Roy, you've got Jimmy, and you've got Big Ern. We might learn a little bit more about his weenus right now.
Oh,
Give us-
please. The one of the many times I'm pleased to be on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, give us a call if you'd like him to describe it.
My little weenus.
By Big Ern.
Dude, that by Big Ern. Like that.
It was like a
that.
school essay. He was about my little weenus.
Janice, thanks for that.
Yes, thanks, Mom.
Forever grateful to Janice.
We knew that there was going to be. I mean, he's going to tell about when I fell asleep in the bathtub. No, come on, bring it and elaborate, and that's what we got.
And she did, but she left all the details in that we so needed for a great story.
That's it. And you didn't sound bad on the air, Judge. You said it great.
Yeah, she did great. Yeah.
Yes.
Great storyteller. In fact, we'll send her email address. She can send more stories. You know, the better prepare for your return.
Yeah.
In fact, we get stories like that. You'll be a frequent guest.
Oh.
Maybe co-hosted. Depends on how
hear that,
these
Mom?
stories get.
chaoticradio.com.
chaoticradio.com or on your TuneIn app. And Mom, Janice, you can catch this later on iTunes.
Podcast will be up tomorrow.
Because Jimmy's on that shit.
And all episodes from the beginning till present day are available on iTunes, on the chaoticradio.com webpage. Click on shows/podcast link. Scrolls down. There's a list of all the shows available, and all episodes are up on there too.
Yeah, so you can catch us everywhere. Anywhere. Along with all the other great shows on Chaotic Radio. If you're not listening to us, shame on you.
What are the shows, Roy?
Well, we've got Blaine, we talked about already, every day, Monday through Friday,
8 to
11. Immediately replayed after that, 11 to 2. Zig Zone, our old buddies that used to come on before us, they're now Monday, 6 to 8, got another hour. They need it too, man. They get all wound up and then they got to get out. So that's cool. Football Matters, Monday night, 8 to 10. Chaotic Motorsports with Chappie, 6 to 7 Tuesdays. Rebel Nation, we talked about that right before we got on. They're on before us.
Yep.
And then us, the Roy and Jimmy thing. I know you like this show.
Which one?
The Wednesday show.
Is that the Chaotic Locker Room?
No, early.
Early?
That one early.
Oh, the DJ guy.
The DJ guy.
Dutchie.
Yes, you love that show,
That dude
man.
is a crack up.
That's
I
a
love that guy.
great show. So catch that 2 to 5. Comedy for Causes after that, 6 to 8. Under the Covers with Mark. And the White Bronco Show, 10 to 10:30. Thursdays, Chaotic Locker Room. Our boys over there, Trucker Matt and
the CFO.
CFO. I was going to use the other one. What was it? What did that guy call him?
EGO.
So we got them going on 6 to 8. By all means, with Rod Barajas, great show. Thursday nights, Fridays, the Playa Show, 7 to 8. Saturdays, Toxic Underground Live, 5 to 7. Motown Mayhem, 7 to 8. Punk shows coming soon to Sundays. Get ready. Sports Gods, 4 to 6. Fanboy Universe, 6 to 8. And Jack of All Nerds, 8 to 10. That's some freaking radio.
With our boy Derek Murray.
Yes.
Did you know that, Ernie?
I performed a couple of times with Derek.
Yeah.
He's funny guy.
Yep.
Do you know he's here on Sundays?
He's
I did not know that.
One of the hosts
See?
of Jack of All Nerds.
Did not know that.
See, full circle. I did not know that. You are correct, sir.
And another interesting bit, 3 weeks out of that month, Derek's a co-host. When he can't make it for his show, Sam Ridley.
Oh,
fills in.
Sam's another funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. Hey, did you see Sam posted he got to finally post where he was that day we got that gig on that show he was on?
With us. The bow
He couldn't
tie-
talk about it.
Yeah, it was the judge show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted it. I thought it was funny.
Oh,
hilarious. Yeah, he came from that shoot and was on our show, so he had the green suit on with the bow tie. Yeah, so as he saw on there, right after that, he was here.
Did they display like his name of the show?
He was reenacting a true story.
My buddy does that, and I'm just like, he's not married to a 6 foot tall white girl because he's a short little Filipino guy, and I'm just like, that's his wife? What?
Well, apparently Sam owns a recording studio, and he let some time out to this budding young recording artist, and a shooting occurred.
Oh.
Yeah, the shit we don't know about Sam.
Yes.
He owns a recording studio.
Yes.
Was found in the desert with a blanket and getting out of the service. He's a very multifaceted man.
Yes. Oh, I had no idea that he was in the service.
Yeah.
But he's out. He's like he was on his transition.
Yeah, he's probably just a few days away, maybe a week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big shout out to Sam. But yeah, Yeah, we all saw him on TV, and everyone made a bunch of memes and put his face all over the place. It's great.
It's freaking brutal. I mean, that's who we hang out with. Where are they going to find you at, man? Where you said, do you have anything going on? If anyone needs to book someone that's funny as shit.
That's our day. This shitty comic.
This guy right here.
This guy will bring it.
This guy will bring it.
Yeah, this big piece of shit will bring it.
Well,
we didn't go over the top.
I think we're getting to that point where, like Roy did a couple years ago, we're going to have to put a show on with all of us.
That exactly.
A little reunion one. It's been, a couple years? Almost 2 years?
Yeah, it's been about 2 years.
We got to give the people a brute force of some funny stuff.
Brute force? I know somewhere we should do it.
You do? Yeah. Nice.
I know you know somewhere we should do it.
I do.
Yeah. But we're not going to let it out.
No.
Not
We'll let Jimmy work his magic.
Of course.
Doing that Oz thing behind the curtain.
That's what he does all show long. But where are you going to be playing soon? You got anything coming up?
Right now I'm on vacation. I don't have anything lined up, but I'm going to go on the road and hit up some spots.
Get on the road?
Well,
you don't
I
drive.
have to.
What are you doing for vacation? Just hanging out, laying low?
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't really go anywhere on my vacations.
Why? So it's a staycation.
Actually, the vacation is actually not going anywhere. Not going to work.
Not going to work at all. No. So I'll probably drive out Orange County. Maybe I don't want to say L.A. because I don't have like 10 people to take with me. So.
That's the rule.
That's the rule.
What?
Can't enter L.A. County unless you have like 10 people.
He's really stretching out. L.A. County, you could maybe get into Orange County a little bit.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, he's really getting out there.
So
pretty sad when you can't perform in Pomona without 10. Yeah.
It's like, God, we're just right there. Come on.
Right on the line.
I can't
so
go.
close.
I can't go. When we change area codes, it makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Get out of the 909. It's hard.
Well, a couple months ago, I dusted off my comedy chops. It was a Sunday night, and I had nothing to do. And I said, I'll hit an open mic. So I went to the Jamie's out in Monrovia.
Oh, yeah.
Marion runs that one, but Carlos and Sean once in a while will run it too. So I said, I'm bored. I got nothing to do. Let me go to an open mic. I hadn't been to an open mic in years, and it felt like my very first time performing comedy. I just hate open mics. They just...
I've like I said earlier that I've never really started an open mic.
So it doesn't affect you?
It doesn't, because it's almost like I'm doing something that I didn't do.
Yeah.
So doing open mics, I tell people, when I started, I never did open mics. So doing an open mic, I'm just kind of like starting over again.
Right.
Kind of earning what I didn't do.
I like the open mics when we did them. Where you go with a bunch of people you knew. That way, it's more of a hangout, and you're kind of messing around really on stage, which is more fun, and that's kind of more true to when you do perform. But an open mic is just always, to me, it's like they say work it out. Work your stuff out. But I always worked out stuff better on stage. Which is probably not a good thing, or it's not a bad thing. Just you already got your set stuff, and then I throw something new in the middle, or I'll throw something new in the middle of a bit, and just try it out there. But open mic's never really, when you're by yourself.
We should do? We should all just hook up and go do an open mic. Where are we going to do one? Let's set a date now.
What I've been wanting to do is go back to the Ha-Ha. We hadn't been there, 6 years ago?
Holy shit.
I've never been to the Ha-Ha.
Really?
Nope.
Never been to the Ha-Ha.
When are we going to do it, Jimmy? Come on, put it together. When are we going to get out there? We're just going to all three. You didn't even know you were coming, did you, Ern? We're going.
Let's go.
We're just going to go. We're going to go out there, smash that thing together.
Yeah, it's just I went there. I was going there 3 to 4 days a week when I first started.
I think the Ha-Ha and John Lovitz were the only two clubs I didn't, and the Laugh Factory.
You never did Lovitz?
I never did Lovitz.
Oh, wow.
No, never did Lovitz, and Ha-Ha and the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, I've never done the Laugh Factory.
Yes, the Ha-Ha. Yeah, their stage. They got a new one now, but they got both clubs still. They have their older one that's been there for years, and he just opened a newer one down the street. But they still have the open mics at the old place. And I want to go back there just a little more, just be more confident, because I was so green when I went there before, and I'd like to just be up there and just, even if I just be confident as shit, just started it right here, telling these stupid-ass knock-knock jokes, and, just be confident on there.
I bet there's going to be some earthquake jokes.
I swear he was on Laughs. I sent you that picture.
I know you did. I couldn't remember if that was him or not.
I think it was him. I got to look it up. But, me and Roy, we went to the Ha-Ha, and they were late opening it, so we didn't get to go to the open mic. So we're just all hanging out, and this one comic came up to us, and he had this little lisp, and we had an earthquake. And he just came up to me and Roy, and we didn't know him from nothing. He goes, I bet there's going to be a lot of earthquake jokes. So every time we have an earthquake, I always text Roy that.
Earthquake jokes.
Earthquake jokes.
Oh.
So, hey, I've already got people wanting to come to us when we're going to open mic. I just got a couple texts.
Oh, cool.
So they can follow us out there to a
We just do a run.
shitty old open mic and go out there and have a good time, have a drink, and the hell with it.
Perfect.
Because we see the thing about open mic. See, we thought, and this is, and you didn't get to go through it. And this is the problem when you go to open mic. You want to get up and you want to it's like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to crush everything. And you want to. It's the worst thing you can do to open mic, in my opinion, is do any material that you've already done, unless you're trying to work it out.
Right.
But you don't go up there with a set. You go up there with shit trying to work out.
Well, that's the biggest mistake because we would go up there with our stuff.
Right. And that's what we did because we don't want to look bad.
And then you don't get the response because it's just comics. And so Rich Scheidner, I read something he wrote. He says, never take your A shit to an open mic. Because what it is, you're not going to get the reaction anyways. Yeah. And it's going to tarnish your image on your stuff. You know, so you got this joke that kills every time. You throw it on an open mic, you don't get the response. You got 5% and you're thinking this thing sucks.
Yeah, so the next time it's like, well, I'm going to scrap that joke. And then people will be like, hey, how come you don't say that joke no more?
Right, because it'll totally make you lose confidence in that joke. And so once I learned that, it's good. And now I've been to open mics, that one I told you I went to. I was nervous as shit. So I started some new stuff. It didn't work. Fell onto my old shit and wrapped it up. And I couldn't get off there quicker.
So that's the thing. And then to make that thing, I remember you and Sean used to do that. When you said when you were doing flappers a lot,
yeah,
the open mic, you go up there and you pushed each other to do.
We always made
stuff.
a deal, said at least 2 new stuff, 2 new jokes. You know, so we get there, got you 2? Yeah, I got 2. And, you know, so they at least forced us to do it, but that was such a friendly atmosphere that you didn't mind if you ate shit. And but it's funny enough, you'll do that same material, like say an open mic's got like 12 people. Well, we've all done those shows where there's only 5 people in the audience, and we try our best, you know. So it's just a weird feeling. I think it's just when they say it's an open mic, it's when that thought gets in my head, and that's my reaction to it. And
that's what it is. You've got to work stuff out, and that's the mistake I made in all the ones we went to early. We
both did that. Lucky Strike, we did that.
Well, that wasn't open mic. That was a competition.
That was your debut?
That was a competition. It
was a competition.
See, I had to win. Whatever. But what was funny is and I think we talked about it before, is I wish I was like the first time you went up, right? You did your thing, you went up there, and sometimes you lose that fearless part, I think, as you get comfortable. Come on, Ernie, when you went up the first time, you'd never been up before.
No, and I was like super nervous. Like right. I was sweating, and I was pacing back and forth. And as soon as Sally Mullen calls me up, I'm just like, oh shit, here we go. And as soon as I stood on that stage, it's like all that nervousness was gone.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I got off, I'm like, oh my God, I need a drink. You know, but it didn't really bother me. And I tell people that. And they go, why are you so nervous? I said, well, I'm not, just trying to get the jitters out. But I know when I get on that stage,
it's go.
Yeah, it's go time.
Yeah.
Well, but that thing you have where it's like all that material you'd never done before. But we get so locked into wanting to stay with the same stuff we've done over and over again and not just go blast out with new stuff all the time. Because you get afraid now. You're like, oh man, people are going to think I suck, or because it gets in your head, and you just got to let go of that. And it's hard to do. I'm not saying I can do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I can have that. First time you went up, you might have been nervous, but you went up with something you never done before.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never told that joke. You never knew the cadence of that bit. You weren't even knowing what a callback was. Where to do a callback.
Yeah, because I know Bobby always said during the class, hit up some open mics. Kind of get it worked out. And I couldn't because I was working at the time. So I never really got to test it out.
Right.
So the day of that show, I was like, all right, well, let's just see how it goes. And again, I'm thinking like, God, am I going to eat crap or am I going to, do great? And sure enough, first probably 1 minute, the crowd was just cracking up. Actually, what started is my intro.
Yeah.
You know, I said I work for a state hospital. I'm a vegetarian, and I drive a smart car.
Smart car.
And everyone just started laughing, and you know, and so I'm like, all right, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. And probably as soon as I started talking about the smart car joke, then that's when I'm like, oh, the hell with this. Okay.
I got this.
Here we go.
I felt bad in the beginning of when I started doing this that I wasn't hitting enough open mics. You know, you'd have a show coming up, and me and Roy said, okay, we need to hit it like 4 open mics before our Sunday show.
Right.
You don't have time, and then the show comes, and you're like, am I failing at this? Am I not doing it right? You know, and so now when I go on stage, I actually treat it like I should have when I first started. I'm like, I know what I want to say, and now I'm going to be like in the garage talking to my friends. You know, so I did that show in Jasper's I was telling you about for Tanya.
Yeah.
And there was actually a couple lines I threw in there that I've never done before, and I had to write them down. It's like, oh, shit, where'd that come from? That's beautiful. You know, that'll work. You know.
You know what we need to find?
What?
I need to find it.
What's that?
The garage set you did practicing.
I've got it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I used to. This is how
Check
good.
this out.
They would say record yourself.
Yeah.
Practice at home, and I would never do that. I would never be funny without anybody there on purpose. You know, I always make myself laugh. Why don't I stand in front of the bathroom mirror with a brush? Hey, how's it going? Chickens, huh? Wouldn't do anything that. So I had this bit. So I put a tripod up. I videotaped it and stuff, and it actually went pretty good. But then I threw a laugh track on it. Where I wanted, I showed it to Roy. I said, here's before, here's after. It really just nailed the set. So, but did you record yourself a lot? I know you probably, did you get any of the Bobby tapes when you did that?
I did.
Yeah.
Actually, I couldn't remember the password to the YouTube, but I think if you go under Big Ern Comedy on YouTube, you'll see a lot of my old stuff, even flappers.
Could you, can you watch yourself? Are you one of those that can?
You know what? I can't.
At first, I couldn't do it.
To this day, I can't. And when I did the guest spot with Gabriel Iglesias, I'm thinking like, okay, cool. This might be on Comedy Central.
Right.
And they're like, hey, you ever been on TV? I said, no. And they go, oh, it's a blast. I said, well, if it ever airs, I'm not going to watch it.
Right.
They go, why? I said, I don't like watching myself on TV. And I know that's not unusual because there are actors that don't watch their own movies.
Right.
I'll put it up on YouTube at work and I go here and I'll roll away. So I'll hear myself, but I will not watch myself.
Yeah.
But and there's times I go, oh my God. I said, that was me? Look how young I look. You know?
Look how young I look.
Yeah, at first I couldn't watch myself. It's a different experience. And now I can watch. Now I use it to watch myself, how I'm delivering the bit. You know, am I using my arm here where I got that laugh? And most of the time the laugh is part of the physicality of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you're selling it, not so much pushing the words.
I should start doing that, but again, you know, I'm trying to get that fear, like, I don't want to look at myself, but, you know, I want to get that, like I look shocked, you know, angered look, and I'd be like, wow, the crowd really liked it when I did that. Right. You know, but if I do it on audio, you know, what good is that?
Well, the first couple of Bobby shows we did, you know, we're just green, you know, we didn't know nothing, and you just have that no fear in you, you know. They might be like our best sets ever. When you go in hindsight, you go back and go, you know, you weren't even worried about nothing. You're just saying stuff, you know. And it's so I can watch them now. And I took some time off, a lot of time off last year, you know. So I started watching some of my old stuff, and I got a little upset because they're pretty good, and I'm not even close to that now, you know, as far as the time in.
I had I didn't watch it, but I kind of put some earphones on. I was listening to my very first set, and I was writing the jokes down.
Yeah.
Because I lost them. I was like, okay, maybe I can bring these out, retweak them, make them longer.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I kind of do that, but.
So was that the first Dice House set?
Yeah.
Did it like go anything like
Reason why Waldo is hiding. Can we give it up for Ernie Avila?
Yeah, that's it. That was probably, she goes, what intro do you want? And I thought of a Chuck Norris, one of those stupid jokes.
Yeah.
And I said, he's the real reason why Waldo is hiding. Bring it out, Ernie.
There it is.
Hell, I'm actually cold in here.
It was hot. I don't know why, but it was hot in that room.
You drink minimum. Well, my name's Ernie. Let me tell you a little bit of myself. I'm a typical oddball. I work for the state. I'm a vegetarian, and I drive a smart car.
There it is.
Just like you said.
And what was his name? Kevin Barry.
Yes,
he was over.
Kevin.
I remember. I think you hear him yell out. He goes, "Ernie, I love you."
Yes.
And I remember at one show, I was really eating crap, and he goes, "Ernie, I love you," and I go, "You know, it's sad when the only guy in the room is telling he loves you, and this room is full of girls." I said, "The hell with all of you." I said, "I'll buy you a drink, Kevin."
I'll buy you a drink, but love me some more.
But yeah, that was my very first set.
So is that 5 years ago? Almost 6?
5 years ago. I always post that video on Facebook on my anniversary, March 10th. March
nice.
10th, 2010.
Look at you. Very good.
Yeah.
Whoa, that just reminded me. I'm wondering, my anniversary's here.
09 was the first year we did Bobby. I think it was like October of 2009. And we started hitting the open mics in May. So this is our 6th year. This is because we started doing the open mics at the Lucky Strike in Anaheim in May. So yeah, this would be 6 years now.
Hold on a minute. When was the? Oh wow, this get me all excited now.
What are you doing?
It'll tell me right here on YouTube when the first one was up. I think. There it is. 7. Oh no, not yet. 7/23. So that was 7/23/09, and that was not the right. So it was June. It was July. It was it. So it's coming up on it. I got to remember that anniversary date. I thought it was May, but I guess
May
not.
was when we were doing the Lucky Strike.
No, it says 7/23/09 on this one.
What's the video?
It's a Lucky Strike.
Oh, we did them for a while.
I know, but it's. Oh wait, load more. Hold on a minute.
Hold your weenus. It's loading.
Hold your weenus. There it is. Lucky Strike. There it is. Lucky Strike. The first Lucky Strike was. Wow, May 15th.
What'd I tell you? That's it.
Dude, I missed my day. Damn it. My anniversary day.
I remember my anniversary date more than I do like my family's birthday. Like I know it's like, okay, here comes March 10th, about 3 days away. I already got it ready, and then just like, you know, it's your sister's birthday. I go, when?
When's that?
Wow, we should play. You know what we should do one day is find all these old clips we have and just play it for a second. I can't play it more than that because it's pretty bad.
You know, when that was my sister had to edit some of the video because that's what I used to submit for the KTLA Find Me a Comic.
You were on that too, huh?
I was on it, and what was weird is I always watch KTLA in the morning.
Yeah.
And they go, well, here's another contestant for the Find Me a Comic. And there I am. I'm like, oh, my God. But what happened was something happened to where they didn't play my whole clip. Okay. And they go, okay, we're having a little problems there. And they redid it. But the audio was messed up. And one Frank Buckley goes, well, I'm sure he was a funny guy.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah, so when they did the voting, I get a call from a buddy of mine saying, dude, I'm going through all the videos and you got the most votes. I said, no, I don't.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm going through it, and I was probably like at 100 some votes. I'm like, wow. And I'm going through them all, and I think the closest one to me was like 40.
Wow.
And I go, no way people are voting for mine. And then the next day they took off like the tally. Like you couldn't see how many people got votes.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm figuring. It's like, okay. And when that week was over, I'm thinking, it's like, okay, I feel I did pretty good. And I never got a call. Never got a call back. So I'm just like, oh, well. You know, it was fun.
Yeah.
I felt like I was running for president because I'm telling people, like, hey, I'm doing
Go
this.
vote. Go
vote.
Well, I just did mine's still up on the KTLA
I
site.
did see that.
Yeah. I typed it in there, and there it is.
Oh,
and
okay.
but I spent the last week of it. They had over at the Lovitz Club.
Yeah.
I went early in the morning and was there for those tapings. So they had Brett Ernst and Gabriel and Lonnie Love.
Yeah, Lonnie Love.
Yeah, so I did all 5 days when they put all the finalists up there, like Amy Snowden, was there. Mike Merrill, who's just hilarious. I think Nestor ended up winning it.
Yeah, he did. Nestor Rodriguez.
Yeah. So it was fun hanging out with everybody, and then I would leave there when that was done about 8 o'clock and shoot back to Cucamonga to work.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, okay, well, I'll probably have to take a day off from work to go over there. I mean, I never got the call. And
You're already planning your days off.
I really was.
Around,
right?
Right?
Well, I don't know, but I was kind of like, I'm still new. It was a good experience. It was fun, really.
Yeah, this made me laugh. It's still on the KTLA website, and this is almost 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up?
It's right here. Yeah, I just put in Jimmy Shaw KTLA. Boom, there it is on their website.
Okay, play just a little part of it.
Let's see here. Play a little part of it. All right, it's weird. Total dork. I was born Catholic, but I was raised a dork. Good one. No moves. I got none. I'm married, and I still don't know how that happened. I knew she liked me when she was on top of me, and she said, "Are you going to kiss me or what?"
There you go, Jimmy.
That was my sign.
That's my sign. Ready? Okay, let's play.
That was my sign. You can remember that. You remember that set, too.
Yeah, I do. Here, wait, let's see. Where's that? Let's try this one. Oh, wow. I lost it. What happened? Oh, that's why.
All those things he said are true, but he left out one important part.
Lucky strike.
It makes your fucking dick look way bigger.
Yeah, that's the stuff, boy, right there.
Well, you have a dick, I have a weenus.
Oh,
every pound you lose, you gain what? Every pound you lose, you gain in your dick. I remember that bit.
Yeah, I had to bring that one back. That's
one of my favorites of your old ones with the refrigerator sex.
You know what? I've thought about that, and the only reason I keep thinking about that one a little bit is
Frank Kelly.
Yes, and Louis in the back of the room.
Yeah.
When he heard all he hears, he just started cracking up. So there was something maybe there, and I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it was a little too raw then, but you know what I'm looking for? The one we
should do that. We should Ern, me and you. We should do a show with, and we just pull out our first set.
Yeah, our first time.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
The first set ever. We don't need word for word, but we could do the first set ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bring them up and see what happens.
And I'm pretty sure people be like, "Well, is this your first time up?" Like, we'll play it out like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it sounds like it, so it must be. You guys suck. There it is. This is the one I was looking for. This one made me laugh, and I don't know why. And Jimmy said I should go do this stuff again because it's so awful.
California were to freeze over, I get to burrow next to him.
Remember Kim?
Kim Lupe.
Yep. Let's just forward.
Is this the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
The Belly Room. I gave you that opener.
Yeah. That's all you need to hear.
Can you imagine sitting in a club and...
See, that's all you need to hear is people were laughing. I don't want to play nothing else.
That was in the Belly Room?
That was in the Belly Room. That was the first time Jimmy and I went there, and we filled the Belly Room.
You did. I had 5.
All right. Filled the Belly Room. Packed it.
It was packed.
Up top level, on the side row, and the bottom. Packed. Top to bottom. And, it was first time we were there.
I thought I was going to shit a brick.
I did the Belly Room. That was my last time at the Comedy Store. And it was funny because I did a Michael Jackson joke because the host was saying something. It looked at my buddies and saying, "You guys look very young."
Uh-huh.
And how old are you? Being smart, I go 12. And she said Michael Jackson. I said, why is it that if I can do a Jesus joke and people will laugh, but when I do a Michael Jackson joke, I'm going to hell? And we leave, and I go out to Sunset to greet everybody, and there's that Jesus impersonator.
Nice.
Walking up, and I literally screamed. And everyone's like, what? I go, Jesus Christ. And they go, what? And I said, look. And he came up, just walking real slow, and he sticks his fist out, and I fist punched him, and I'm like, oh my God, I could hold my hand.
I just pounded Jesus.
I fist pumped Jesus.
And what I told him was, as he kept walking real slow, I go, wait a minute. I need to ask you one question. He turns around real slow, and he goes, and I go, what do they tell you when you sneeze? And he stops and he goes, that's a good question. And somebody goes, yeah, you were killed by the Germans, so you can't say Gesundheit, right? I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. We got to get all Jesus on us right now all of a sudden. That's crazy.
But yeah, that was my last time at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't been there in a while. Because of the type of shows, that's what bothers me there. But I love the place.
Well, they changed a lot up there. And the last time I did it was super blast. So.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
How much time do we got? I was going to say something real quick.
No, good.
When I was told that it was a bringer, I was bummed out. But before I left, I was so mad that I went to the green room, or the main room. I went to the green room. I took a sleeve of Fig Newtons and 1 can of Sprite.
And I'm out of here.
And as I'm walking, you know that old dressing room that has all the names of all the comics?
Mine's in there.
I said, you know what, to hell with this. I wrote my name next to Jamie Foxx. I said, Big Ern was here. And then I said, I'm taking my Fig Newtons. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Nice. Ernie, thanks for coming in, brother.
Hey,
seriously.
Thanks for having me.
I love you a little bit. Not much.
Love you, big guy. Thanks for coming in again, man.
Hey,
so appreciate it.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, you, Janice.
Janice.
Hashtag,
Jimmy.
Hashtag WEENUS.
Hashtag WEENUS. Jimmy, thanks. Good job as always, man.
Not a problem, buddy. We'll see you and everyone else next Tuesday night here on chaoticradio.com, 8 to 10 p.m. live.
Can't wait for it. You have been listening to Roy and Jimmy Thing on chaoticradio.com. As Jimmy said, you guys have a great week. Love you all.